get it. Let's get it.
Introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, go back and equalize things. Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Carson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 81 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They run it with Carson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wilson flushed out right. And he's got Lockett. 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 54 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to run with Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power run.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
This is Carson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
14.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's got daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Jackson, being chased out, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Very looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He'll find Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Slam, slam, slam. Rotate.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, it's Hill, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Hey, ready? 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Here we go, here we go. Check 52.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 21-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second and 11 now. Wilson forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson buying time to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Get him, you got it. Right there.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Yeah. Watch the screen. Orbit. 54.
Jackson to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Fourth down, here's Jackson, dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
Jackson underneath here to Hill. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to.